Alright, welcome with us. Today we are back with the Soviets and Chinese in 1969 over disputed territory between the two groups. I'm not sure how much of this is going to be a repeat of the previous missions, that were the last two missions we did, but the Soviets certainly broke through our lines and took us out. Let's see how this one works now. Okay, this seems to be a little different. It looks like we basically have the same units that we did in the last mission. Although, to be honest, I'm not going to move them into disputed territory anymore. That's for sure. And this guy doesn't seem like he's going to be able to move. He's in reserve. So we're going to go ahead and start. Okay, so we're moving our troops around. Upon reaching the heights, our border guards spotted in the distance a group of Soviet soldiers numbering around 100 personnel moving in the direction of our side of the border. One soldier was left for communications, ordered to prepare meals. The rest took up positions in trenches near the heights. The Soviet military initially took no action, apparently fearing getting rebuffed, but soon the situation has changed. Soviet reinforcements have arrived. Their strength have increased to 300 soldiers, 6 APCs, and 2 helicopters. After a time, Soviet forces began to attack our positions. I wish I could move this guy. Then. Okay, so here is the battle. Okay, this is what we're going to do. The Soviet forces will be pushing in from the, let's see, basically the southwest of us, from this location over here. I have 3 groups of units. I have a defensive force over by Makula 1 to guard this pass. They are dug in. Well, theoretically they're dug in. And they're going to take or hold this location. That's their job. The second group I have is 2 forces in this location on the slope here. The point of the slope is to, one, give them some elevation for offensive fire, but also to add firepower down into this location here to support the group surrounding the victory points. The victory points are, of course, the point of it, and their job is to support this group down here, which are dug in. Let's see. So these guys are the main force that's protecting our Hongshang 3 is the location that they're defending. And the remaining groups are to add flanking fire as the enemy crosses from this location. We're assuming they're going to cross from here. And they'll be moving up to Hangshao 3. These troops have elevation advantage, and they'll be shooting down onto the enemy as they cross into this area. this group is just protecting this small pass in an attempt to protect that location so they can't get flanked from above. Based on the amount of troops I have, I think this is a good defense. It's going to be static. I'm probably not going to do any moves in this game in the sense of there isn't much I can do. So let's see. Digging in trenches. Okay. So I think our deployment phase is over and we are ready to go. I've ordered them to take defensive positions. These guys are, I'm already assuming, are already dug in. Let's hope so. Yeah, these guys are dug in. They've got a pretty clear field to fire here from their trenches. So I think that's about as much as we're going to be able to do. These guys over here, I'm assuming, are dug in at Makula 1. Yep, okay. So, alright, here we go. See a flare from Kamanaya Mountain. The enemy is coming. What we have strategically or tactically going for us is we have this broad open plain, which is what we basically fought in last time. And using that same cover, we're going to try to slow them down a little bit. Let's see. At least our troops are dug in over here on the, let's see, what direction is that going to be? The west side. We can expect, according to the briefing, we can expect helicopters coming in. So I'll bring you back as soon as I get some action here. I've ordered my troops to advance. This is our scout. Well, I'm calling them scouts anyway. These guys up here are in these little set of foothills, and essentially the point of that is, of course, to give them the maximum amount of protection, since they don't have dug-in trenches like the group to the east of us have, or for that matter, the group over at Makula 1. All right, we have enemy contact. Looks like it's an APC. That's right, you show us your underbelly. Alright, it's coming down into the plain now. Our forces are holding fire. Here comes another APC. I suspect this is what you would call a reconnaissance in force. Looks like they're coming up on the east side of the mount. That's pretty cool. It is fairly realistic looking. Alright. Don't see any infantry, but of course there are infantry inside the vehicles. So the Soviet advance has stalled for a moment, while I assume they're waiting for troops to come up over here. I'm going to move them up a little bit more. Alright, see another vehicle coming over here. It is another APC. Alright, those guys are firing. Who are you firing at? These two APCs seem to be... I think they're just waiting for their forces to accumulate so they can launch their fire. And let's see, who are they firing at? Probably the van over here. The APC over here on the left is headed up to our defensive positions around Makula 1. And here it comes. I didn't see any infantry specifically with this vehicle, although obviously there is going to be infantry in it. Well, maybe not so obviously, but there should be. The enemy forces to the east are to the west, I mean. Oh, we're starting to fire now. They're just waiting for their troops to support their APC advance. Somewhere over in this neighborhood in the west is another APC. We're giving them more fire now. We don't have artillery. Be nice if we could have some off-map artillery. The APCs are moving. They seem to be moving west. Not really sure why. Well, maybe this guy is just going to Makula 1. I kind of doubt it. It's kind of an odd little battle going on. The APCs seem to be now just moving west to support the earlier one that was over in that direction. Pull them back a little bit. Ooh, alright. He's moving up on our forces here. Looks like they're doing their own little bit of flanking. This is going to be interesting. I think our recon's going to be... I think our recon's being reconned. Yeah. Alright. They've lost one guy. They've got another infantryman running around. No, I guess that guy isn't dead. Okay, here they come. Oh. Yeah, we're firing at the armored car. I don't know if we've got anything really to hurt it. Well, I'm glad I put these forces up here. I think that part of it's working. I'm not sure what he's shooting at him with. Maybe just the Kalashnikov. Yeah. Well, we're getting him from two sides, which can't hurt. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Well, we're still firing at him. Seems to be withdrawing. Hard to tell. Now over here at Makula 1, it looks like the enemy is doing us the favor of approaching our forces directly rather than from behind, which is what I thought they were going to do. Seems a little bit odd, but... Alright, theirs is their infantry. Trying to attack our positions up here. Good. They're asking for a ceasefire. You gotta be kidding. Now, to be honest, I don't really actually know what the ramifications of going for a ceasefire are, other than possibly a status quo. I mean, it looks like we're forcing this guy back out. We haven't requested a ceasefire, so I'm assuming that perhaps we're driving them back out of our territory. We've killed their infantry in this location. The APCs that were up here have never made a, did not return. So these guys do seem to be, well, what is he doing? He's backing up. I think I did a good job of setting up my defense, particularly since they are in retreat, or apparent retreat. As far as I can tell, we've lost the one squad. Well, we've repulsed an attack on our western flank. We've taken out 2 APCs, effectively crushed that. They did briefly capture Makula 1, and so we're in good shape as far as that goes. I don't know what the enemy is doing at this point. We lost our commander at Fan over here in our platoon or our squad. We're going to go ahead and offer a ceasefire. Alright, so we've offered a ceasefire. Well, I feel good that we actually were able to hold them off a little bit. We obviously had some casualties, but we did pretty good overall. I think as this is a slightly more favorable position than we had before. Victory! Oh boy, I don't think I've seen that too many times. Let's see, forces after battle, forces before, 163. So, territory before battle 4, after battle 2. We lost 21, they lost 27. 10 killed, 2 wounded, 1 wounded. Vehicles, they lost 2 vehicles. I think they actually lost, yeah, just 2, I guess. And, let's see, rifleman eliminated 10 soldiers. Hero squad destroyed 2 armored vehicles with infantry squad. Respect and honor got the highest award. Hey, that's not too bad, you guys. I am proud of my men. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the battlefield.